you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulation.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
All right, welcome everybody to the Detroit Cast, powered by DealsOnTheD.com with Mike and Jay. Shalom, Big E. Hello, Jay.
Gentlemen, it's good to be with you.
And with you as well.
Thank you.
You over-squeezing son of a bitch.
Yeah.
What is it? My hands are like wet now. You so over-squoze that salt that I got liquid on my hands.
My nostrils hurt, sir.
Really? Why? What's going on? Did you get stronger fingers recently? Been working your fingers out it's probably from the squeezing of that shit that a tanny girl gave you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyway, how you guys doing? Enjoying this? What is it, like 75 degrees out? It's fucking the end of February?
It's not 75, but yes, I'm enjoying the sunshine.
70 degrees, I think. I mean, it's close, right?
Good for patching crews, dude. Have you been out recently? Holy shit.
Dude.
It's hard getting about town.
If they didn't do so, and thank God they did, I was out this weekend, and Franklin Road was,
Holy shit.
By Northwestern?
Yes.
Yeah, I went down there.
What the fuck is that?
It's not even a road, dude.
It's not even a road.
It's a minefield, man.
It's like sinkholes.
Yeah.
It's sinkholes. And finally this weekend I drove by and I was like, I'm just like getting ready to go down the gauntlet where I'm basically a slalom skier. And I'm just fucking weaving right and left and then I saw that black, freshly thrown in the hole, black whatever.
Speaking of driving, Mike, if you don't own a truck, winter really sucks. Who can help? Our friends at Zod Ford and Holly, of course. Beat the winter blues by leasing a brand new loaded 18 Ford F-150 Super Cab 4x4 as low as $131 a month. This isn't a base model bullshit truck. This is a Ford F-150 four-wheel drive with all the toys. It's only $131 a month. See details and their massive inventory at DealsOnTheD.com.
Very good. See, we almost lost Kevin Smith.
I know, massive heart attack. He tweeted.
Dude.
Like, what? You're tweeting that out?
Yeah.
Just suffered a massive heart attack.
He's probably trying to get ahead of the jokes, you know, like he's in on it or something. But yeah, he sent out, an Instagram or something of himself in the hospital bed with like a massive heart attack.
Did he have a hockey jersey on and a hat on backward?
No, they took it off him,
shit,
obviously.
look at him.
Ugh. He's lost a lot of weight.
Tubes and shit.
Yeah.
God, he's not that old, right?
No, he's like 47.
Oh.
I know.
Man.
But he's been huge. Remember, he got kicked off a plane.
Oh, really? He was that big?
Dude, that was a huge story back in like 2006. They were like, "Yeah, sir, you're too fat to fit in one seat. You got to get off the plane."
Jeez.
And it hit the press, and then it was horribly embarrassing story for him. But yeah, he was at a stand-up thing, and I guess there were two shows Sunday night, and in Glendale, California, and so yeah, he after the first show, he was like, I don't feel right. He had to cancel the second show, went to the hospital. Thank God he did. Inches from death. So he wrote that after the first show this evening, I had a massive heart attack. The doctor saved my life, told me I had 100% blockage of the LAD artery. Which that's Widowmaker. That's the one that people just drop and die from. If I hadn't canceled show 2 to go to the hospital, I would have died tonight. But for now, I'm still above ground. And then, yeah, it was I said 2006. It was 2010. He was kicked off a Southwest flight.
Every day above ground is a good day.
It's a good day. Thanks, Gene. Using that line for, 40 years now, have you? Yeah, he's one of these that, like, I lost 65 pounds and then put it all back on. And then I lost 85 pounds.
He's too big to fit in a plane seat right now?
Not now. In 2010 he was.
You're saying he put it all back on, no?
But then he lost it again. He lost 85. Yeah, that's not good either, that yo-yo thing. What do you think of Kevin Smith? Do you like Kevin Smith? Fan of his movies?
Sure. Yeah, no, I don't know a ton about him, but...
I mean, obviously you don't want him to die.
Right. No, of course not.
You wouldn't wish that on him. But I'm wondering, like, did you like, what was that Amy movie he did?
Never saw it.
Clerks? I love those movies. Some
like
of those.
Clerks, yep.
Mallrats?
Yep.
The Religion movie?
Nope. Dogma or whatever? I never saw it.
No, that's pretty good with Alanis Morissette as God, I believe, in the end.
Yeah, I haven't listened to his podcast or anything. I don't know much about him.
Great storyteller. Amazing storyteller. You want to hear a great story? Go on Bing and just Bing Kevin Smith Prince story.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And he's got...
It's better than Chappelle's story? Come on. Playing basketball all night with Prince.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, but other people can have decent Prince stories, too. But, yeah, Kevin Smith's is long. It's like 20 minutes long or something. It's about Prince like invited him over to do some stuff at his house, and he's just talking about how fucking weird the guy is. And they did this whole thing together, and then Prince is just like, I don't want to do it anymore, and like scrap the project. I think at the end, but I don't remember. It's a while ago, but if it's a great little story that he tells. Now, I got a couple things. You, sir, we'll stay in Hollywood for a little bit. You're a big fan of Melrose Place, right? That was one of your shows. That was one of your jams, right?
I was more a 90210 guy. I mean, I kept Melrose on because it was on after, you know.
You guys were such douches
I know.
with 90210. I was the guy, like, you know how we would all sit down and play video games? You'd be like, you guys are fags. I'm out of here.
Yep.
You'd
I
leave.
do remember that exact phrase.
I don't want to watch you fags play video games all day.
Yes.
I was like that with 90210. I'd come in and, like, there'd be 10 of my boys sitting around with chicks. Let's be honest. There were girls there, too, and alcohol. But it was like, I'm not going to sit here and watch this fucking show.
Yeah, it was brutal. It was one of those
guys-
stupid, like, guilty pleasure sort of dumb. It was just like, it was the equivalent of me watching General Hospital. Like, I didn't think it was good cinema. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just thought, it's stupid. Let's see what happens to this douchebag Dylan or whatever.
It's funny because you, of all people, do not strike me as the kind of guy who
Dude,
would have gotten into 90210.
You never went to college, man. In college, you have a lot of downtime. You got to fill it, man.
But this was before college, Jay. This was in high school and stuff.
I don't even remember that show being on. Is it right?
Yeah.
It's been on since
Yeah.
90 or something?
I
Or it
think
was
so.
on 89, 90, 91?
I thought it was.
I don't really
I can't rag on you for it. You just seem intellectually more advanced than 90210, even in your youth.
No.
Yeah.
Not above that.
Heather Locklear still looks pretty damn good. 56 years old.
She was, of course, the love interest of Jack Wagner on Melrose.
Yeah. Was he was on one of those like General Hospital too,
He was
wasn't
General
he?
Hospital. He's
Yeah.
Frisco Jones, dude.
Oh yeah. Who could forget?
He also had a song. What was it? All I need is just a little more time to be sure what I feel. Is it all in my mind?
Is that him?
I think so.
I thought he had Bing.
Because it seems so hard to believe.
Was that
This is all I need.
So who are you talking? I'm
Jack
sorry.
Wagner,
Jack Wagner,
man.
Bing Jack Wagner hit song or something? I don't know if it was that one, but he did have one that was like.
He had a couple, man. They were big. He was like big on the roller skating scene.
Yeah, it looks
you know?
like All I Need is one of them.
Fuck yes. That's it, dude.
Is that the one? Go ahead and play
1988.
that really quick, E. With just a second of it.
Yep.
1980. Wow.
Yep.
What did he just followed in Ricky's footsteps?
That's it, man.
Look at how douchey this era was.
Yeah, Rick Springfield was on General Hospital, as you just mentioned, and
Yeah.
he, of course, went on to stardom as a singer.
Yeah.
Still touring, I believe. Yeah, dude, check him out.
Yeah. Come on, hit that hook. Come on.
Here we go.
It's just a little more time to be sure what I feel.
Isn't all in my mind.
Oh, dude.
Hands in his pockets while he's singing.
E, I thought you would appreciate his purple jacket.
I don't mind that, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
he's kind of got like the Miami Vice look, you know?
Yes, totally. That's what it is. He's got the white pants, the black belt. Oh, so bad. Well, anyways.
Well, what about him?
Nothing about him.
Oh, okay.
Nothing at all. Except he was the love interest of Heather Locklear.
Gotcha.
Who was arrested for domestic violence and attacking a cop.
What'd she do, man?
Oh, I didn't realize Heather Locklear had problems, like going back years. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah, she was a fucking train wreck. Absolute train wreck.
Why did
In
I
fact,
not
when she got onto
remember that?
Melrose, it was like this big redemption story. It was like, oh, Heather Locklear finally has her shit together.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Because she's had nothing but like DUIs and
Yeah. She was Richie
cops called to the
Sambora's
house.
chick
Yeah,
for a while.
Yeah. Tommy Lee.
That's right.
She's married to Tommy Lee for a couple years.
Yeah, she was very
Early.
early on.
Yeah.
And that was when she was what, on Dallas and shit, and she was with
Yeah.
Tommy Lee. Yeah, she was big time back then.
But see, I always remembered it was like, oh, Tommy Lee, America's baddest bad boy, dating this innocent young superstar. Could he corrupt her? And that marriage
yeah, I
never
think she
worked.
did, or I think he did.
But their marriage lasted for quite a while.
T.J. Hooker, huh? She was on T.J. Hooker.
Was she? Yeah.
With William Shatner.
I used to get the Heathers confused. I'll be honest with you, the Thomas and the Locklear.
Heather Thomas. I can't
Yeah,
picture Heather Thomas.
she was another one that was poster worthy on your wall as a kid.
Okay.
Same era. So anyway, the cops are called to her crib in Thousand Oaks, California, and I saw an overhead shot of her crib, and I'm just like, oh, how do you fight with anyone? If you have a house like that, is that
Nice, huh?
beautiful? Oh, God, dude, it's awesome. And her brother comes over and finds her fighting with her boyfriend. And so calls the cops. Chris Heiser is her boyfriend. High school sweetheart. She got back together with her high school
Why
sweetheart.
do I have the feeling she's not really holding it together at this point?
Well, she
Right?
still looks
She's got to be
pretty
like
good,
mid-50s
though.
or something.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah, that's better than I thought.
And that's
for a mugshot?
That's a mugshot
Yeah.
with crying. She's
You're
been
right,
crying
dude.
there. Not bad. I know. I was expecting to see like,
Just a wreck, right?
all the work done, maybe fish lips.
Oh, yeah.
Or something. You know, everything's tight. There's not a wrinkle anywhere. But
And then her neck just looks like, she's
Yeah.
like loose as hell, but her face is tight.
you just see vagines all over her neck
Yeah.
from the loose.
Oh, God!
Well, we can't be right
Mike.
all the time. I mean,
What's that from, Easus?
Just said Heather Locklear. What is it? What do you call those?
Looking pasty,
Mugshots?
man.
Mugshot, yeah.
Well,
Actually,
do
no,
you have an
that's
old mugshot, Mike? Because that one doesn't
This
look
is the
as
new
bad.
one.
She looks very pasty in that.
Ah,
Not
maybe
good
they're
to
coming
wear
different.
white on
Yeah.
white, right?
some people just have the genes that they're just going to, you look at Elle McPherson or Cindy Crawford, 60 years
Dude,
old.
Cindy Crawford, I recently saw her. She looks similar to what she
Yeah.
did 30 years ago, man.
I know. It's just something that, they don't need to do anything. That you see them
Yeah.
on a boat somewhere. I mean, I'm sure if you got up close, you'd go, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you're older. But, they, some of them look really good. And I think that's what's going on with Heather. But you would think with that much abuse, drugs and alcohol and stuff, that would tear
I guess
her
that was the
down the
one you
middle.
were looking at, I guess.
No, dude. Mike's
Oh.
looking at a totally different
Wow. Well,
This is
she's
the
got
one
a few
that I-
mugshots on. I mean,
Yeah,
one. Oh,
she
yeah.
does.
She's had
Okay.
issues.
This is the one
okay.
that was
That Mike
posted in this.
apparently doesn't remember. I can't believe you don't remember her being a fucking dipshit.
Yeah, I guess I don't know why. So anyway, so the cops, get there and find her fighting, and as they try to take her into custody, she does the typical chick flailing, kicking and swinging.
Now you've assaulted a police officer.
Yes, hits 3 cops. She was taken to a hospital for evaluation, then booked into jail on one count of felony domestic violence. That's
Oh,
always
Miss
nice.
Locklear.
Pick yourself up a felony. You can't vote with a felony, can you?
I don't think
Or
so.
buy a firearm?
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, and 3 counts of
Boy, her
misdemeanor.
life's about to change.
Yeah, her hunting career's over, and then 3 counts of misdemeanor assault on a peace officer.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's been married twice, Tommy Lee and Richie Sambora, as we mentioned, and then she also had a long-term relationship with
Jack Wagner?
All I need is just a little more time to be sure what I feel isn't all in my mind.
'Cause it seems so hard to believe.
So in 2011, while dating him, officers were called to his home, and the 2 allegedly got into a
Yeah,
heated
see?
argument. She lost it on him, and he retaliated.
There's a pattern.
Yeah.
In practice.
What's the move if your woman quote loses it on you? What's the play? Do we go for a
Turtle.
hold down? Do we hold down, or do we just take it? Do we run?
Yeah, you might run.
Run out of the house?
Yeah, get out of there.
Yeah. I mean,
'Cause
when
you,
they say,
you certainly can't clock her, so you got to get out of there.
well, he says retaliated. Would it be fair? Okay, grab both wrists, leg sweep onto the bed. Can you do that?
You're pushing it. I mean, because where are you going to go from there,
Can
right?
you mash?
She's gonna spit in your face.
Yeah.
And then what are you going to do?
Oh, and then you're
that's
gonna
going to make you happy,
Now
right?
you're seeing red.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you wake up and there's just a dead body there and blood everywhere, and you're like, "Fuck, I don't know what happened, man."
You got to get out.
Yeah. Can you mash? Can you put palm to
I wouldn't
face?
mash. I wouldn't mash. You're risking leaving a hand mark.
Just quick mash and twist. Just yeah. Get out of my face, woman. Yeah.
Like an orange squeeze.
Yeah.
Trying to juice an orange.
5 fingers.
Trying to juice an orange. Maybe.
Just redirect. All you're doing is going for the redirect. Just get out of here, you. Get out of here.
Juice the
Popular in
orange.
the African American community, the mash. Black women listening to us right now are familiar with the mash.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Talk to the hand.
2008, paramedics and officers rushed to Locklear's home when a man claiming to be her doctor called.
Doctor?
Doctor, it's like, she's going to kill herself. She's going to kill herself.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And so they took her in, and then she was released, like a little while later. 2012, they responded to her house again after her sister called 911, fearing her life was in danger, mixing a bunch of drugs and alcohol
Yeah.
and stuff. So
If you're Heather Locklear, have you now played your whole hand? I mean, who's going to take her in now? You know what I mean?
yeah.
She's pretty spent.
Yeah.
Although you did mention a nice home, huh?
Dude, the crib is quite
She's
amazing.
pulling
I don't know if you can
residuals
bing
off
it, but
Hooker and off Melrose. And she can't be making that much cash, could she?
I imagine, you know.
What's she worth, Easus?
I was just about to
Bing that shit.
see.
Worth
Yeah,
like
that's a-
$3 million or some shit.
That's a good question. She's got to be worth more than that. She probably just had guys dumping money on her whole life.
$25 million.
Yep. Yep.
I mean,
God damn her to hell.
Does it say where she got it? Well, maybe she's
she's been on a lot of other stuff. I was looking at her stuff. I mean,
Spin
she's been
City.
City.
I
Yeah.
forgot about
That's
Spin
right.
And
City.
then like a lot of one-offs on like.
It was Dynasty, not Dallas, right?
Yes, you're right. When I was looking at her thing.
Was it Hooker too? Was she on?
Oh, she was definitely,
Definitely.
on Hooker.
Yeah.
That's right. Spin City was
She took out-
huge.
It
That was
was.
like the number one show in
And
the
she
country
was a
for a
big
while.
star on that.
That was
Yeah,
with,
she was the
uh,
main girl. I
yeah.
mean,
Michael J. Fox years,
Yep.
right? Or was
Yep.
she in the Charlie Sheen years? Did
I-
he come in after Fox?
I think she was in
I
both, but
forgot Sheen came into that.
That's right. He did, right?
he was
Man, I
actually
bet-
good in that too. By
I
the
bet
way,
he banged
honestly,
the hell out of Heather Locklear.
Oh, guaranteed.
My Lord.
What happened? Did Fox just start shaking too much on set?
Yeah, it's too
and then,
shaky.
And so it
Yeah.
just wasn't work. They couldn't get a still cam in there to make it work, and
Yeah.
so he bailed out. And then yeah, Charlie came in. Not to be outdone with Heather Locklear. There's other Melrose Place news today.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Not good.
No, I was thinking, maybe you're hoping
It's
that
not good.
I'm going to say they're rebooting it. No. Do you remember Jamie Luner?
Give me
Or-
a character name.
Character name Lexi Sterling.
Of course.
You do?
Sort of.
Here, I'll show you a picture because I didn't really remember, and this is a terrible picture.
Is she the redhead chick?
She's top left in the white.
Oh, man. I think
It's
I
a
do.
shit picture, dude,
I
so
think
it's
I
hard
do
to-
remember this chick. She kind of came in like 3/4 of the way through.
Yes, she came in I think season 6 or something, and then stayed on till the end. But she, you little minx,
Oh, what'd she
you
do?
dirty little minx, accused of blowing a 16-year-old
I'll be damned.
dude.
awesome.
He
Not
doesn't
now.
even know what Melrose Place
I
was.
know.
So don't
Oh,
even-
he does,
No, he doesn't.
dude.
That was
Yeah, I totally remember her.
She blew the 16-year-old in the middle of the series when she was 28.
Oh, gotcha.
Imagine
Yeah,
being that
gotcha.
16-year-old kid who's getting blown by a superstar
Yeah.
on Melrose Place.
Wow!
Holy shit. Luckiest man alive, luckiest teen alive.
Like he's a victim.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. So, yeah, she's been accused of performing, the alleged victim, 16 at the time.
Fellatio. Did she fillet him?
She did. And this son of a bitch is coming out all these years later to file a complaint. What?
Me
What? That
too.
she stopped?
Right.
I mean, that's the complaint.
I think I think he's just filing this so everyone he can this is now it gets in the press
Yeah.
that this dude was he doesn't care about the.
I
Gotta
want it on record.
recirculate this.
I want it on record that one of the stars of Melrose Place was blowing me when I was 16.
He's probably doing nothing, working some shit job, has an ugly wife, so he's at the local bar. And he's like, you know what? No, I did do this. Did happen.
Trying to resurrect the little bit of cachet he had.
It's his
Yes.
Polk High Al Bundy moment.
Al
the
Bundy
t-
3 touchdown moment.
Yeah.
So this son of a bitch saunters into the LAPD over the weekend and files a complaint saying, yeah, that chick from Melrose Place blew me in
What are
98.
they gonna do about that?
I don't know. She would have been 26 at the time.
And it's just not the same. I'm sorry, it's not the same as a guy to a girl.
he has been taken advantage of?
Can you imagine? He's just a broken man all these years later. He's just destroyed. But he gets blown by an absolute 10 when he's 16, and he
It's all
can't
gone
live
downhill.
up to that.
That's the problem, right?
It
That's
is.
his big complaint.
I mean, if you
Sex
look
has
at
never been satisfying since then. I've never gotten close to that.
if you look at all of our team photos, right? E's is going to be littered with 3s and 2s, and Jay's
Maybe,
ours is going to run the
maybe.
gamut. An occasional 9 sneaks in. I know your wife you consider a 10, and then there's mistakes, and I don't know how low you go. Mine goes pretty damn low. But if you hit a 10, like right out of the gate, you know what I mean? Trying to even just get up to that again.
Yeah.
It's impossible. It's an
It's
impossible.
very frustrating.
He probably needed therapy where people went, look, you hit the lotto at 16. Just be happy with that. Be happy you did that, but keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the stars, but don't expect to grab any more 10s. That's just the way
So
life
does she
is.
have anything left? Is he going to sue her? Get anything?
Well, she could face a charge of oral copulation with a minor
That's
child.
awesome.
That's a great term, isn't it?
Congress.
Oral copulation with a minor.
Jesus, what's she worth?
Yeah, just a second.
Probably.
Not much.
I don't
Hasn't
think
done
she's-
anything since then.
Well, there's a whole lot of like Lifetime movies, 20 episodes of some show you've never heard of, a lot of those things. She was at the height of her Melrose fame when this incident occurred between herself and a teenager.
One-time incident?
I don't know.
It's worth $2 million. Take it,
All
buddy.
right.
Take it. You're a victim.
Yeah, well, they say it's not even known if the two knew each other. So it could have just been like a hit and run really quick, you know? And they have not said, because he was a child at the time, they haven't said his name publicly. And this kid's probably ripping his hair out.
Yeah.
Please.
Screaming from the rooftops.
Yes.
Print my name!
I am Bill Johnson from Los Angeles. Please.
Don't pixelate my face.
Stop with the pixelations. Stop with the redacted bullshit. Stop with the John Does. My name is Bill Simmons. God damn it. Even if she's found guilty, what are they going to do?
That's what I don't know.
I mean, you're going back to 1998 for a blowjob? There's nothing they can do. If the act was consensual, they say she may only be charged with a misdemeanor if the act was consensual due to the fact the victim was over the age of 16 at the time. 16, in a few, however many months. But it could be charged as a felony. But I don't think statute of limitations wears out so fast on a lot
what
of
led
those.
him to go in now to the police?
Probably what you said,
Yeah.
dude. He's down and out, needs a quick payday. He knows that the climate is such that Me Too's all over the place and
Yeah.
that this would get attention.
Well, you know what? I kind of shortchanged her here. She picked up a big role. She took over for Ali Walker in the fourth season of Profiler. Did either of you guys watch that show on
Never
NBC?
heard of it.
Guest appearances over 20 years. She also appeared in 300 episodes of All My Children.
Wow. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
worth $2 million, so she had to
Yeah.
do something.
Lots of Lifetime work. TNT series, one of those mini-series things.
Hey, insurance, we all need it. Most of us don't even know what kind of coverage we have or who provides it. Let fellow TDC listener Brent Wasik from Wasik Insurance Services change all that. He has 30 years in the business. He offers all types of insurance coverage, auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. Call him today, Brent Wasik, 734-455-1900. Get a free, no-obligation quote. Again, that's 734-455-1900.
So pissed off about insurance, Jay.
Why, Mike? What happened?
Oh, I've been on the phone quite a bit this morning talking to an insurance, through Wasik, actually, talking to an insurance guy because I wanted to get insurance. I wanted to get it last year.
Health insurance.
Yeah, health insurance. And so I last year I had to get this like bullshit. He's like, okay, you sign up for the whatever, it expires December 18th or
Yeah.
something. And we can put you into this other insurance that is horse shit.
The marketplace.
Yeah. And so for $80 a month or something, for months now, I've just been paying this. So if something catastrophic happens, it doesn't wipe out, your whole family and stuff. So I called him and I was like, hey man, I need to, I finally want to get that insurance done and this and that. And, I've been riding with this other shit insurance, but I need to do some other stuff. And he's like, yeah, so you filled out the, on the website for the sign up thing. And I'm like, yeah, well, I filled it out when I, got the insurance that I have now. That's what I filled out.
Oh, you missed the window for the next year, Mike?
This shit's getting way too complicated for me.
Mike. Yeah, you have to do
Yeah,
it
it's
every year, man.
February, right? You have to do that in
dude,
December.
All you had was like a what do you call it? A bridge. Yeah, you were bridging to this year, and then you missed the open window for the marketplace. Oh, Mike.
I'm like, so what are you telling me, man? I can't. He's like, well, you're good January 2019. I'm like, wait a minute. I said, there's got to be something I could, like, are you shitting me? So I want to pay them hundreds of dollars a month for insurance.
They won't.
And I can't. He's like, it's the most fucked up system. It's total. Nobody understands it. And I'm like, oh, but it turns out there is an insurance group out there. You can
That'll
pay-
bridge you 10 months?
Yeah, you can do like 6-month increments, but I was looking at it. It's not outrageous, but it's like,
Are you going to
eight-
have to have a physical? Oh, God, Mike.
Oh, I need a physical.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. But it's like
But
80,
in order
20.
to get this insurance? Oh, God, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no. It's just an interview over the phone to make sure you're not coming in with like, riddled with shit and
Sure.
then just trying to
Leprosy
duck in.
and shit.
Yeah, I've got leprosy, but I'm hiding it from them.
Yeah.
They want to make sure.
Various palsies.
Right. You're just a walking problem for them. Now
A
you're
walking
trying-
palsy.
It's like smashing your car into a tree and then calling your insurance company going, yeah, I want to redo my policy really quick. So, just fucking, I just don't understand it. And I'm like, why? Why would they do that? I want to buy it, and it's all because they want to force people into a deadline because they need healthy people to sign up.
Yeah. Absolutely. And the whole thing could change in an instant depending on what happens with
I know.
the new healthcare plan. So, hey, this segment's brought to you by Mayer and Company Accountants. If you dread doing your personal or business taxes as much as you dread shopping for health insurance, let Kyle Mayer handle all that shit for you. He's a pro. You can trust him. Don't waste your time trying to figure out all those damn tax forms, numbers, and deductions. Leave it all to Kyle. Call him today, 248-521-0016. Special pricing for TDC listeners. If you're one of the first 100 to get $69, even if you're not, he'll give you 10% off your tax prep bill.
I've only got one story today, Jay, on the Florida shooting, so we won't spend much time on it.
Thank God.
Yeah, I know. It's just, it gets into the ether and everyone's, just talking, yelling at each other and over each other. But I have a feeling this story is going to get really fucking interesting because of the things that are starting to trickle out on the ground there about who knew what when and what officers' responses were. It sounds like it's getting interesting. And I don't know if you saw yesterday that.
Yeah, that Sheriff Israel seems to have been trying to get out in front of shit, right?
Yeah, and anytime you see a guy like, dude, what are you doing going on all the Sunday morning talk shows and talking to any local TV that will put a camera? What are you doing?
And local sheriffs, local officials like that are so in over their head when they're put on national shows.
Dude.
And you just come off
Such
as a
a
total
great
buffoon.
point. Yeah, we see it all the time. When for whatever reason, Scott Peterson, Lacey Peterson Connor, that story should have never left Modesto, California. It just shouldn't have. Guys kill their wives all the time. It happens all the time. That was a dead spot in the media, and for whatever reason, that story sparked in this weird dead space in time where there wasn't a whole lot going on, and then her being pregnant, blonde, put on the posters.
They're a good-looking couple.
And the Modesto,
And then they find out about the damn affair he was having.
Right. And they just keep trickling out. And all of a sudden, 10 months later, we're covering this like it's breaking news every night. And to your point, Jay, the Modesto Police Department was just like, da.
We saw it in Colorado, too, with John Benet. Jean Ramsey.
Jean Benet's another
You have
good
a bunch
one.
of local people who are just thrust into this thing.
Yeah.
And they're used to talking to a living room full of people, and all of a sudden they're on national news.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah, but they don't know. I mean, you can't blame them getting in over their heads, but some people love that spotlight, and Sheriff Scott Israel seems to be one of them, and he's just making himself look like a buffoon. You don't, love him or hate him, you don't want to go up against Jake Tapper on Jake Tapper's show for 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, Jake Tapper will have a team of 30 ready to annihilate you on the spot. So they quickly get in over their head. But anyways, Governor Rick Scott has called for an immediate investigation. Just hours after the House Republicans, all 73 of them, signed this thing saying this guy's got to fucking go, the sheriff. They've been accused of ignoring several warnings from people close to Nicholas Cruz, criticized for the response immediately following the shooting.
His deputies standing out there, 4 of them. I'm not going in. You go in. I'm not going in.
Governor Scott said, I've spoken to the Speaker, House Speaker Richard Corcoran, regularly since the shooting, and like me, he wants the families to have answers. It's all about the families getting the answers they're looking for, Jay. And full accountability. That's what the victims and their families deserves. In the years leading up to this unspeakable tragedy, Sheriff Israel, his deputies, and staff ignored repeated warnings about the violent, erratic, threatening, antisocial behavior of Cruz. 18 tipster calls. He's like, well, we got like 16 of them right. It's like, dude, yeah, but you can't get 2 of them wrong.
What's he mean, 16 of them right?
There were calls that came in going, yeah, this guy's probably going to shoot the school up. Looking back at them, we handled 16 of those right, and looking at 2 of them, we probably mishandled. We didn't handle those properly and take them seriously. There were a series of missed warnings that he posed a threat. He said, what did he say? He praised when he was on Jake Tapper's show, he praised his own amazing leadership. Amazing leadership. Jake Tapper stopped and was just like, wait.
T.O.
Wait, did you just say your amazing leadership? Yeah, my amazing leadership. Really good. What I thought was interesting, because there's not a whole lot of new details in that, but I did see Pam Bondi. You remember Pam Bondi?
Man, the name sounds familiar.
She's the Attorney General for Florida.
Okay.
Blonde-haired chick. Here's how you will remember her.
Oh, wait, because of the nightclub shooting, right?
Pulse nightclub.
Yeah.
Anderson Cooper. Remember when he was just way too close to the story?
Yes.
And he was all over her ass about her support for gay rights or whatever. And, you know, she's an elected position.
No, it was for traditional marriage, her support for, right?
It was about what the voters wanted, was her point. Like, look, I'm running for office. I'm speaking for my constituency, and this is what they believe. It doesn't matter what I believe. This is what they wanted, and so this is how I vote or whatever. And he's like, he's just peppering her. And the whole time I'm going, Anderson, someone please pull this gay guy off the air. He's way too close to this story. He's not reporting news now.
But
He's
it's
a
good TV, Mike. It's
he's
good
a-
TV.
No, but he's just a gay guy yelling at someone.
Angry gay man.
He's angry gay man right now, and he needs to be pulled off the fucking TV. So I saw Pam doing an interview this morning, and she's like, I can't really say a lot, but one thing I'll tell you is there's a whole lot I know that you guys don't know. And so, you know, and they're going, well, was there a stand down order given to the 4 officers outside? She's like, I can't talk about it. But what I will tell you is a lot of people lied to me and lied to the other attorneys, cops, sheriffs, trying to cover shit, cover asses. Sounds like a lot of lying went on, and they're going to get to the bottom of it. And it's like, oh, this is going to get ugly. Ugly.
Somebody's getting sued.
Yeah. Ugh. Anyway, you know, lastly on the gun thing, I'm getting really tired of people, you know, wanting to just like make these new laws and legislations and hunt. I'm seeing people, hunters. Do we need hunters nowadays? Really? Do we really need hunters now?
serious?
Yes. And I'm like,
I've not heard that.
the fuck are you talking about?
Do we need recreation? I mean, anyway, any form.
Can't you just leave the animals alone? And it's like if these people thought for half a second about like you know, because it's usually those like super like animal conservation people.
Yeah.
If you knew anything, you would know.
Thin the herd.
Well, that, but just who do you think funds those animal conservation groups? Whether it's the zoos
Right.
and all that, there is massive taxes put on guns, ammo, hunting and fishing licenses that is specifically put there on top of all the other taxes just for that purpose. Hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars a year goes to funding those wildlife conservation programs. We wouldn't have white-tailed geese or is it white-tailed?
Oh, no.
What, dude?
White-tailed geese.
White-tailed
Deer?
Deer. One of those. Elks. Elks were almost gone. We almost lost elks in like 1901. Thank God for the hunters and the conservation money.
Remember the chick like last year who shot an elk thinking it was a white-tailed deer?
Yeah.
It's like 2/3 bigger than a white-tailed deer.
Yeah, but
She's
when
like, I didn't know. She was like 14 or something.
her and her dad, like, yeah. When I saw the
The
picture,
rack on that thing is as wide as this room.
when I was laughing just as hard as you until I saw the picture, and then I was like, I'm gonna stake that for a deer too, because I think of the
Dude,
elk
they're
as like
huge.
the giant
Yeah.
moose.
And that's what it was, man. It's not obviously a moose. It's a
Right.
giant deer-looking thing.
Yeah,
But it's giant.
deer looking is important from a distance. I just was like, okay, I might have shot its face too. I might have. Do you have it? Yeah, that rack's pretty fucking big.
I know. It's a totally different animal.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yep, look at me.
She's
I'm,
like, look,
I'm all proud.
check it out.
Yep, I got my first one.
It's a totally different animal.
Got my first deer.
I wonder what happened to her if she got in trouble.
I doubt it.
There was calls to execute that girl.
Oh, yeah. Anybody that shoots animals they want killed. We haven't talked about Michael Wolff in a while, the author of Fire and Fury.
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
New news cycle, I suppose.
Well, he did an interview yesterday on Australian TV, like their version of the Today Show, but with goofy accents.
Yeah.
And
That's not a knife.
so
That's not a Today Show.
So he's on there discussing North Korea. He's talking about gun control. And then the host is like, oh, by the way, you said that you had specific evidence that Donald Trump is currently having an affair on his wife. Do you have the video there, E?
1 second.
Because a lot of people think this reaction, the way he reacted, is fake, is not real. There's some tomfoolery going on,
Wool
perhaps.
being pulled?
Yeah.
Shenanigans?
Yeah. What's going on? Is it just taking a second?
The advertisement reloaded.
Yeah.
1 second.
Damn it, Marcel.
Damn it, Marcel. And so
Here we go.
last month he was on Bill Maher's show, and there was something. He was like, "Oh, there's something in my book readers may have missed," you know.
Uh-huh.
And he says it's I was absolutely sure. There's something in the book that I was absolutely sure of, but it was so incendiary that I just didn't have the ultimate proof. And so Bill Maher's like, is it a woman thing? He's like, I just didn't have the blue dress. Oh, it's somebody's fucking now? To which he responded, it is. You just have to read between the lines. And so people have been kind of calling him out on this, and that's a bold fucking claim to make. You know,
sure.
It's one thing to, slander someone, but going as far as that.
Really slandering.
But
I mean-
really slandering a public figure.
I mean, that could damage the relationship between President Trump and Melania.
Absolutely, and that's the fear. Go ahead, E, so you can see his response here.
Oh, Jesus.
How about we start at the very beginning?
During a TV interview just last month that you are absolutely sure that Donald Trump is currently having an affair while president behind the back of the First Lady. And I repeat, you said you were absolutely
Does have
sure.
a funny accent.
Just last week, however, you backflipped and said, I quote, I do not know if the president is having an affair. Do you owe the president and the First Lady an apology, Mr. Wolff?
I can't hear you.
Just last month, you
Awesome.
said you were absolutely
Hello?
sure that the president was having
anybody
an affair.
there?
I just.
And now you say that he is not.
I'm not getting anything.
You're not hearing me, Mr. Wolff.
Awesome, man.
I'm not getting anything.
We were hearing each other
No.
well just before. You're not hearing
I'm
me,
not
Mr.
getting
Wolff?
anything.
He's going to take it off and walk off, isn't he? That
Do you,
son of a
do you
bitch.
hear? I'm not.
Mr.
I'm not
Wolff was
hearing
hearing me
anything.
before, but
That
he's not
son of
hearing
a
me
bitch.
Yeah,
anymore,
how you like
so
that
I'm not
move?
hearing anything.
The
He's
interview
like, couldn't hear anything,
may
so-
be over.
Just grab me another
Michael
earpiece, but
Wolff's
no,
book,
we'll just take the
Fire and
microphone
Fury,
off and just leave now.
Inside the Trump
time
White
to
House
send
is out now, and he is about to take off.
Can't
on
trust
a
it. Wolff
speaking
with
tour,
2 Fs,
so
man.
I
Can't
know.
trust anybody.
Yeah.
We will leave it there.
He just walks off.
Dude, isn't that hilarious, though?
It's kind of a boss-ass move.
It is, because you see, go back it up a little bit, E. I want to see when the wheels are turning, like how far into the question before he gets that look like, is anybody else hearing this? Because
That's thinking on your feet, huh? Maybe
Yeah.
maybe he even thought about that beforehand. You know, if he goes there, I'm just going to claim not to hear, and I'm going to get out and walk out.
I wanted so bad for that tech that came in to just pop that thing in his ear and go, yeah, I hear you fine. You're right there, Bill. I got you. Yep,
that'd be
I got
badass.
you.
I got you. I can
Right
hear you.
there.
TV interview just last month that you are absolutely sure that Donald Trump is currently having an affair
Thinking, wheels turning.
while president behind the back
Yes.
of the First
Yes.
Lady.
Oh.
Right there.
And I repeat, you said you were absolutely
There's a moment where he.
Just last week, however,
What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Lawyer said not to answer this question.
No, if the president is having an affair. Do you owe the president
Look at
and the
that.
First Lady an apology, Mr. Wolff?
I can't hear you.
Just
Interesting
last
that he
month,
waited
you said
for
you
the
were
whole question
absolutely
to be
sure
put out.
course.
before
How
he
could
said
he-
anything.
yeah, how
president
could
was
he
having
know
an
that's what he-
affair.
I think
And
he
now you
answers
say
no.
that
I'm
he
not
is not.
getting. I'm not getting anything.
Listen close
You're
here.
not hearing me, Mr. Wolff.
I'm not getting anything.
Ah, that
Oh,
son of a
you
bitch.
see,
He's going to say, no, I can't hear you.
No, I can't hear you at all. I'm not getting
Mr.
anything.
Wolff?
Is this son? He's pulling, dude.
Do you hear?
That is a
I'm
boss move,
Mr.
dude.
Wolff
I don't
was
care.
hearing me before, but he's not hearing
Why doesn't
me
that guy throw it his
anymore,
fucking ear and go,
so
dude? You're
I'm
right
not
there. I
hearing
got you.
anything.
It's back.
The interview
It's back,
may
Mr.
be
Wolf. Here you go.
over. Michael Wolff's book.
Yeah, he got a
Fire
cease and desist,
Fury,
didn't he? And he's like,
Inside
oh,
the
fuck,
Trump
I can't
White
talk about
Probably,
this.
probably.
Now, and he is about to take
Doesn't Mr. Wolf kind of look like an older, chubbier Fred Armisen? The guy
Yes,
from Last
It's a
Man
good
Standing?
call.
Or
Yeah,
Last
yeah,
Man on
yeah.
Earth?
Yeah. Fred Armisen, another one. I can't believe he hasn't. He's still doing shit. This whole Me Too. How does he escape the Me Too movement?
Oh, he's purportedly a bad one.
Yeah, he's like a real creep. Even though he's awesome on fucking Portlandia. Like, I love his show, Portlandia, but apparently he's like a real creep.
There are like dedicated discussions
shit.
and shit to Fred Armisen.
Like,
Fred
he's
even
admitted in
admits,
interviews
yeah,
that
like,
he
yeah,
cheats.
I'm an
that
asshole.
that he doesn't take monogamous or
No, you got it. Finish
monogamy
your thought.
seriously.
Well done.
Perfect.
Well done, Isis.
Monogamy.
Yeah.
So
sure.
how does a guy like he's got a new Netflix special called
drum? Yeah,
it's about drums, yeah, because he's
it's like a comedy. It's a comedy, but I think it's like he's
Yeah.
doing drums while he's doing it.
yeah, like and he's
Wow,
got like
really?
dude, he's got like
This is gonna
100
work?
I
drum
think.
sets on stage. And he's like, yeah, this is what drums were like in the 1910. You know, and he plays a little bit.
People watch this shit?
Stand up for drummers.
Stand up for drum. I did.
Well, you're a drumsman.
Well, you know, yeah. And so, but he's actually really good. I didn't realize he was that good. You know, I'd seen him do the SNL stuff, the "Oh, it's mio drinks." You know,
Yeah.
You could tell he had some
Well,
skill.
he's
but-
the what's his name? The Late
Band
Show
leader?
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the band. Yeah.
I absolutely love his character on Last Man on Earth, though.
Oh, he's the best
He's the
weirdo,
cannibal.
dude. You would like Portlandia then,
Oh,
probably.
wait,
'cause that's
you're
pretty
further
much,
than I am. I haven't gotten to him.
Oh
yet.
shit! Spoiler.
Cannibals
Dude, that
Arrive?
episode is a great episode, by the way. That is a fucking great episode.
Last Man on Earth?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
With Fred, you're right. With Fred Armisen in that episode, it's a great freaking episode.
Oh, that's funny. Going back to California, we've talked about the troubles they're having in San Francisco, in Los Angeles, and San Diego with the homeless population. There are some people that are flat fed up with what's going on there, and so they're trying to rip some of these encampments down. Mm-hmm. It's mind blowing to me.
But what are you gonna do? There's still. I mean, you gotta
sweep them into the ocean. I don't know. You
I know, but
can't
I'm
have
just
a 2-mile
saying-
stretch through Orange County of just homeless people.
I know.
setting up tents. It's outrageous. Do you know how much money people are paying to live there? They don't want Could you imagine if across
not
the street
fair.
from your house is just an entire block of tents and homeless
pretty
people
wild.
with drugs and everything? Like, dude, it's insane. So it's like the whole coast, and so one Southern California community is taking tough action to dismantle. They just want to take one of those,
Coming in with a bobcat.
yes, and just they might pick up some people, teddy bears, whatever. It's becoming part of the permanent landscape in those communities. And there's no way we're going to allow Orange County land that is supposed to be used by residents to be occupied by the homeless. According to Todd Spitzer, who sits on the Orange County Board of Supervisors.
Sounds like a very sympathetic view.
I know. Well,
Get him out of Orange County.
Fuck him. He's got to be just terribly
yeah.
frustrated. You would be too, dude.
It's a problem, man. You see some of these images, like holy shit, dude.
So let me tell you. Let me just give you a little more information, and then we'll see if
People
this
just shitting on sidewalks.
if this was going on in your neighborhood, if you'd
Yeah.
be like so sympathetic to human life.
I understand.
anymore. So, trash trucks and contractors in hazmat gear have descended on the camp, and so far, we're not done, but so far, removed 250 tons of trash,
Oh my god.
1,100 pounds of human shit. Yep, that's 1,100 pounds of shit. That's a half a ton of shit, Jay. Human shit. Not rabbits. We're not talking about deer problems and rabbits and dogs, people not picking up their dog shit. No, this is a half a ton of human shit. And then we've also got 5,000 hypodermic needles.
Oh,
That's what they shoot drugs with, Jay.
I've heard.
Yeah.
I know that to be true.
The effort hasn't been without controversy, of course. Homeless advocates, the ACLU, of course, fighting for them to, I don't know, stay. Federal judge, also, 700 people have been just thrown out of this shit along the Santa Ana River, which is right next to Angel Stadium in Anaheim, right by Disneyland is where this is going on. So the ACLU and others filed a civil rights lawsuit to stop this, and a judge finally went, no, enough of this shit. They'd gone back and forth for a couple of years. They said, go ahead and bobcat this shit. And so that's what they've started doing. Yeah, you can see the Angels Stadium logo right
Yeah,
there.
it's just tent city, dude.
Let's see. So one option is not negotiable, according to Mr. Spitzer. Homeless cannot move back to the Santa Ana River channel, which is which has paved shoulders where residents used to walk and bike. The river, which runs from the mountains to the sea, is home to much of their groundwater and empties between pricey Newport and Huntington beaches. This is like the main strip in LA of beaches, like the places you want to be, like the 90210 Beach House. I think is
Yeah.
in Newport or Huntington. It's one of those beaches, maybe Manhattan.
Now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Put it
you're,
in
you're,
context.
you're right there with me, right?
Yeah.
So streets in San Diego, LA, and San Francisco, they say, hold on, let me back that up. The amount of human shit littering the streets of San Diego, Los Angeles, and San Francisco has led to a hepatitis outbreak that spread throughout the homeless communities. Almost 1,000 people were infected. San Francisco's feces problem. That's human feces. I want to be very clear. This is not geese. This is not those pigeons that are all over the bay.
Humans.
No. This is humans squatting down. They don't even care. You're walking by. Last time I was there, I saw a guy just having a full-on screaming match with a wall, like fuck you, I'm like, oh, this is cute. Leaving a Giants game, seeing a insane man. You might see a guy at a trash bin sitting in it. It's like, well, at least he's shitting in the bin, or you might see one just taking a shit on the ground. Perhaps if you're lucky, you might see a guy just like a monkey jacking off. Yeah, he's just jacking it.
That's really astounding.
It doesn't sound possible. It's true. I've seen it firsthand. So, San Francisco's human feces shit problem is so bad, they now have a website that exists to warn residents of which streets to avoid. Like, you know, it is a minefield out there.
Human wasteland. Here it is. They have like
Yep.
kind of poo overlaying the map.
So where do we want to avoid? That's right where. I think that's Jerry's area.
Oh, Gerald.
He needs to be
yeah.
better trained.
This is Jerry's area.
Yeah, there's just like poop marks on various corners.
Look at it. Oh man, you don't want to be on Eddy Street. What is this? South of Market E? Is that where you are?
Well,
Probably,
that's
yeah.
all
Yeah, because I
right.
think Market's up right here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is right where the Jax is. I walked down the street when I went to the Jax.
I'd like to leave
One of
people
these.
wanting more.
Watch your step, Jer. Dude, what are they doing? We need to call
this will
Jerry.
solve it, though. You know, just bulldozing all the trash out. I mean, what do
Yeah.
you do with all these people, man?
Yeah. Did you? Anyway, so
Alcatraz?
Where was that going, Mike? I think that was going with killing.
well,
Yeah.
I understand that you're empathetic and sympathetic to human life. I get that.
No, I'm
but
just-
at some point you got to go, dude. No, you cannot just set up camp anywhere you want
We're a nation of laws,
and
Mike.
destroy it. I mean, destroy it. San Francisco is turning into a shithole. It's one of our best cities.
Well, it sounds like local leadership has dropped the ball on this issue.
Yeah, you think? Local leadership. This is not going to happen in our county. It's not going to be our Skid Row. We need to be compassionate and empathetic. I'm writing checks all over the place, but I'm not going to intermingle the population with property owners. Are you kidding me? That's Todd Spitz again. The LA Times did an editorial over the weekend, called it literally a national disgrace. What's going on there? And so they're trying to do other stuff. They're trying to get funding to build like a building where it's just like, get them out of eyesight. You know, just shove them in a building somewhere.
Give them porta potties.
Yeah.
But how much?
Something.
You know, do they pay for that building? I mean, do they pay rent on that building? How many people are in it?
No,
And once
dude,
you
it's
build
just
it,
government funded.
and then once you
I
build
mean-
it, do you think there's not going to be more people? Why wouldn't? Fuck, then you're in San Francisco. Why don't I just go become homeless in San Francisco?
Well, this is the
You
problem.
live in squalor.
Right.
Dude, I took a picture of his car yesterday.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah.
He looks like he's living in the backseat of his car.
Yeah, I kind of was.
I got to post that. This is outrageous.
Yeah, I know.
Outrageous.
It's pretty bad. It's bad right now.
He opened up the back door and shit just fell out. He's like, oh, shit. Dude. He's picking up like yogurt stuff.
Jesus.
It's a bad. It was. The
You know
problem
what
is
the
sometimes
worst is? When he does that, little trick where he opens the door and something falls out, it'll just be on my driveway for 2 years. There'll just be a banana peel that rots into the cement, or a cup, or a spoon.
You could go out there and pick it up.
Fuck you. I'm not picking up shit that's been in your car for 2 years.
No, the problem is when it gets
disgusting.
cold. These are the hardest months because when it gets cold and I have a weekend or something where I'm in my car the whole weekend and there's a blanket and then there's fast food. Like now that it's warm, I'm going to clean it today. But like 2 weeks ago or so when we had the freezing temperaters, I wanted to
Yeah.
clean it
You're
so
not going
bad.
out there.
Yeah, it's just, if it just warm up a bit, I could go out there and clean it. I want to do it so bad.
I do.
Such a neat Nick.
I'm not
Foiled
I'm
again.
not a neat Nick, but last
Year you had Mountain Dew popsicles in your...
No, that was 2 years ago.
In his coin holder.
But-
Or cup holder.
Cup
That was 2
holder.
years ago.
It spilled pop or whatever in there, never did anything about it, and then it just froze like
No,
a
but
popsicle.
last summer into the
Yeah,
fall,
they had
I made a
pennies
much more
stuck in there.
Yeah.
I had a much more concentrated effort at cleaning that thing like once every 2 or 3 weeks. But then the winter came and that fell apart.
Well, going back to the problem in California with a lot of these liberal policies that keep popping up, this is the ultimate example of why sanctuary cities isn't the best idea. When it's just like, oh man, we're just, dude, whatever, bro. We're just sympathetic to everybody. It's just another human being, man. What are borders anyways? It's just lines drawn in the sand, man. And it's like, so when you have that attitude, you invite lots of them to just come there knowing they get away with murder.
Sure.
There was a woman on the news today, a mayor of a city, who was, ICE agents were going out.
It's
And
Oakland.
It was Oakland, yeah.
Not just any city. It was
Yeah,
fucking Oakland.
Fucking Oakland. And she's warning residents that ICE is coming. By the way, ICE will be there in the morning to arrest your
Said it was
son
her
or your
moral
brother.
obligation.
Fuck you, bitch. How dare you? I want one of them arrested. I swear to
I
God,
know.
for tampering with law
It's insane.
enforcement. I mean, they're going to collect a criminal and bust him out of town. They're not even interested in all the illegal assholes that are in the house also. They just get the criminal out. I'm going to call and warn him in advance. Run. They're coming.
They're just humans, Mike.
Stop it. Well, this is what you get. In 10 years, you've turned it into a shithole.
Yeah.
Turned it into a shithole. You should be proud of yourselves, Governor Brown. Whatever your lady name is in Oakland.
Speaking of real estate, Mike. Jesus, here we go.
Gonna
Find our best friend Doug, and then we're gonna give him our best friend a hug. Doug, Doug, oh, Doug, 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 Doug. Buying or selling a home can be one of the most stressful times of a person's life. However, Doug Steinert at Century 21 Campbell wants to make the sale of your old home or the purchase of your dream home as stress-free as possible. Call Douglas today at 248-765-1781. Let him and the team at Century 21 Campbell make your home purchasing dreams a reality. Call him, 248-765-1781. Ask for fellow Detroitcast listener and our favorite realtor, Doug Steinert.
use Doug. He's a good boy.
He's a good
Doug is a good boy. Now, if we could get Isis to pick, I think the 3-part harmonies we could pull off
Oh, my God.
would
This
just
show could be...
incredible.
Take it to the next level.
I mean, are we
You and
gonna
I
be,
do what we can. We do
Yeah.
what we can.
Yeah.
My God, a 3-part.
But a 3-part harmony. Are we going to be Chicago? No. Are we going to be Toto? Probably not.
Probably
Boston?
not. Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
But we don't know. We've never tried, and we can't get this fucker to sing along with us. And it's like, if
We've tried for years.
You and I are pretty spot on now. We're pretty locked in. I know what your range is. You know what my range
Right.
is, and we just fall in line. And it's like if E would have been playing along with us all this time,
Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
what we could have become.
dude, we could have been a quartet out on the street with like candy striper outfits on and what do they call those groups?
Barbershop
Barbershop. Yeah, like a barbershop quartet by now. Who knows? I mean, I'm not full time on the side, obviously, but for rent.
A doo-wop group.
Yes.
But we can't get Isis to sing. No
well-
matter what. We prod. We
Well-
threaten.
Well, it turns out he will not sing for us, but he does like singing. And there's a clip
It's a
out
very
there.
surreptitious recording.
Yes. And all it takes is a little bit of alcohol.
Oh,
And
you plied him with alcohol.
E, do you have...
I don't want to watch
Oh,
this.
it's in selfie form, huh?
I don't want to watch this.
Took
E,
this
is that,
himself.
hold on, is that the Kennedys?
Yes.
Yeah, I recognize that.
Whenever I get to the Kennedys,
The Red Room.
I always have
Yeah,
a night
yeah.
that ends up being drink a little bit and I start singing songs by
So
myself.
so
what-
you're
what
house
we-
sitting at the Kennedys.
I'm done now, but I was last week.
Okay, and you've had how many natty lights at this point?
I don't know. It was pretty late in the
10?
in that
12?
range, maybe.
And what are we doing? Are you emotional? Are you like...
No, I'm just saying. You know what? I was singing,
It's
and
just every rose has its thorn comes on. What,
well, I did.
Describe.
I went back to one of my old favorites that song we referenced the last time.
Plain white tees.
No,
Hey there, Delilah.
What's it
I
like
can't think of their fucking name now. I can't think of
1,000 miles away.
Barry Chapin Carpenter. Remember we
know.
played this last time. Not me singing, but we played some of the song.
You want to hear him?
Yeah.
See how he's doing? I mean,
Yeah,
see if
let's
he's
find
even
out what this
capable of hanging out with us as
Oh,
far as
no.
3-part harmonies.
Oh
But
God, I don't want to watch this.
Draws a suitcase, he sits and waits with no expression upon her face.
not bad.
When she was
can't do it.
36, she met him at the door.
Can't do it.
She said, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but I don't love
Yeah.
you
He's
anymore.
flipping off the camera.
Oh, man.
Hell
That's
yeah.
stagecraft. That's stagecraft.
Everything runs right
Oh, my
on
God.
time. Years of practice and design.
Yeah.
Spit and polish.
That's why I don't sing.
till it shines.
It's pitchy, dog. It's pitchy.
That's why I
It's
don't
not bad,
sing.
though.
Here's
That's
the thing,
enough.
man.
That's enough.
Isis is the butt of all jokes. Can we agree on that?
He's the ass of all jokes.
He is
I
the-
agree.
The ass butt of all jokes, but he just cannot accept singing. He freaks out physically over here. He's like crunching down in his chair. He was so embarrassed by that.
I know.
You have done so much more embarrassing
I know,
things
but it's something
than
about
sing.
singing. It's
He
singing
doesn't-
and dancing. Singing and dancing are things I will not do unless I'm drunk or by myself in the car. I will sing soberly in the car by myself.
You'll
but
poop on a driveway.
I know, in front of people.
You'll wear a purple thong backward for a whole show like you're doing right now. Is that right, E?
Sure.
No? You're not, are you? You
at
promise.
home, I'll talk about that. I don't know. I'm not just going to sit here with my dick out.
E.
I'll wear a long shirt then. I'll just fucking wear it like...
Well, we didn't say you.
Fine.
All you have to do is wear the thing.
Fine, I guess I could just wear a long shirt then.
We just need to get some valuable pictures. That's all.
I'm just not real confident with what I saw that we can blend this, Mike.
Yeah,
at this point,
I'm,
you know?
I'm not feeling it either. He might
It's
hold
very
us back
pitchy.
a little bit.
You can't carry a tune, man.
E, have you ever cut loose? Because even there,
No,
you're
not
too
really.
embarrassed to sing. Like, if you ever just like let it go,
When I'm in my car, when I'm in my...
where you'll belt it out and really
Yeah.
get
yeah,
those pipes open
when
up.
I'm in my car by myself, like when I was driving home from the other day from when I did comedy and stuff, like I was listening to music and I was absolutely singing like as loud as I could in my car.
Yeah.
But
Give
I
us your
have to be by
favorite
myself.
chorus. Give us your favorite
I
chorus.
can't- I'm
Give
not
us
gonna do it
Every
right
Rose
now,
Has
though.
a Thorn.
I
It's
don't-
the easiest chorus ever.
We both lie silently still in the dead of the night.
Not doing it right now.
Although
Don't do
we
it.
both lie close together, we feel miles apart inside. Was it something I said or something I did? Did my words not come out right? Though I tried not to hurt you, though I tried, but I guess that's why they say every rose has its thorn.
Come on, E.
No.
Just like every night has its dawn. Just like every cowboy.
Come on, E.
Sings a sad, sad song. E, bring it home. Every rose
You got it, E.
has its thorn.
I'm-
Yeah, it does.
It's my thing. I don't like singing in front of people unless I'm drunk, and I'll sing in my car if I'm by myself. That's it.
Just give us one hot Chris Gaines hook.
I don't
Just
even know a Chris
one.
Gaines song, dude. I'm not kidding.
Oh, Jesus.
I know.
You
Dude,
stinks.
that was, I will say, this is not that we need multiple examples of how different some of our lives are, but like that happened. I went to Steve Aoki on Thursday with a friend, and I was house sitting. So she came back, and we talked.
Stevie Aoki, the
the
DJ.
and we talked. I think
Whose
from
father started
Benihana.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think we even got back till 2:30 because it was like in Royal Oak, and it went
So
till
his father bought him the computer, whereupon he pushes the button.
fine.
100%.
Although actually his father was very unsupportive of his life choices, but
So he
anyway.
didn't buy him the computer.
Yeah.
Whereupon he pushes
sure,
the button.
fine, whatever, doesn't matter. So we come back,
better
and
be a good story.
we talk until like 2 a.m. or 2:33 or whatever, and then she
Why?
finally leaves. I don't know. We were just talking about something, and
Don't encourage this, Jay.
and so then I'm like, this is my last night at the Kennedys. I'm not going to be there Friday. I'm like, I got nothing to do Friday, so who cares if I stay up a little late? And I stayed up until 7 a.m. singing songs by myself.
Hell yeah. And why did we only get a 37-second clip?
Because at least I filmed something.
So some chick leaves at 2:33. You stay up 4 more hours singing songs.
Yes, by myself.
Shit.
And then when he gets to the part in the song where it's like, I don't care about you anymore, he's like flipping off the camera like, fuck you,
That's
bitch.
stagecraft, dude. That's
Done
natural
with you,
stagecraft.
bitch.
I think I'd be
I
good
don't
on the
care
stage,
anymore.
but I would need the drugs and alcohol to
Yeah.
I need to be like Prince and taking my pills or whatever. But
Let's take a quick break, guys. I have a very disturbing video to show you, Jay.
Dead baby.
No, almost worse. Dead baby videos I can deal with, but this one's going to be tough to get through, but we'll get through it. Also, death row prisoner. Poor guy.
Fuck.
I got a bunch of puncture wounds on his arm.
Good.
They were trying to get the needles in, and they couldn't do it. And now the guy's hurt, and I had to call it off. I'll give you an update on him next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break.
Hey, TDC listeners, this is Kelly from the Hamlin Pubs inviting you to our 5 Metro Detroit locations. Come enjoy Hamlin Pubs' great food, drinks, and atmosphere. Whether you're watching the game with your buddies, out for a meal with the family, or out for a great night with that special someone, it's always a great time at our Rochester, Clarkston, Chesterfield, and our 2 Shelby Township locations. Hamlin Pub also offers party packages. We are the perfect spot for that rehearsal dinner, graduation, birthdays, or other events. For more information about our locations, including live entertainment calendars, go to hamlinpubs.com. Hope to see you soon, Detroit Cast listeners.
Detroitcast continues now, bitches. Here's Mike and Jay.
Fuck them.
All right, welcome back to the Detroit Cast, powered by DealsInTheD.com. Mike and Jay.
Why doesn't my Berman come in loud and clear?
It's because
Fuck them.
it's because of how hot the other thing is running.
It didn't used to be like that.
I know.
What'd you do? Did you screw it up?
E probably
Screw
did
it up.
E did something. Go ahead, play it.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go.
No, play fuck them. I like that one.
Fuck them.
That drop is way
Fuck them.
underplayed. That drop fits everything.
them.
It's you've got a category of drops that are just, whatever, boring. Fuck them works literally with every story.
It does.
And I was telling you before the break, there's a disturbing video, and I apologize to people in advance. I might be watching on our feed today.
Fuck them.
Did you see the fire in the plane?
Yeah. The luggage on fire and the
Yeah.
stowed in the above area there.
Yeah, and
The
this is on
overhead bin.
This is on a flight going to Shanghai from Guangzhou. Popular flight. Been on it many times. And
Pretty, decent fire rolling there, and
Yeah.
the man decides to film. I mean,
they're on the ground. They haven't taken off yet, so it's not that big a deal. But someone is throwing their luggage in the overhead bin, and they obviously have one of those lithium-ion batteries or something in there. Maybe a Galaxy 7, Samsung Galaxy 7, and we've heard how these things can just catch fire, and it does. And the part that is so disturbing to me is the steward that comes over to put it out.
the air waitress?
Yeah, well, it's a steward.
Air waiter.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Do you have video of him, E? I wanted to break this down a little bit.
Ah!
Ugh. Now, it's a steward.
Yeah, but then you take over. Is that,
Wasn't
No?
fun. No, that's not me.
I thought that was you, honestly.
No, that
E,
just
does
happened.
this look like him?
This just happened. That's
Sounds
not.
like a little bit like you.
That's not me. And
It's
that
not you?
guy's like 400 pounds. It's no.
Well, yeah, like a smaller version of you. Like a
no
close facsimile.
No, I'm not 400 pounds. No.
Yeah, he's way too tall for you. But look, that's good. You're helping, right?
Why would you waste the orange? What is that, sir?
That's a sir. Are you sure that's a sir?
I'm almost positive that's a steward.
Dude, I think that's a sky waitress. Look at her little bun and everything. No?
I thought it was a steward.
You see how,
What
she
a-
goes left-handed first and then
Who
tries it right?
does that? That's what I found so disturbing. It's like, what are we, a lefty or a righty?
Yeah. What's your primary hand? I'd use that one.
And that fire gave up, dude. That fire did not need to go out when it did.
Yeah, you didn't even need to really jump
All
in
right,
here
that's,
with the oranges.
again, that's not
I'm
me.
not
That's
saying anything
just,
wrong with it. It's just, it kind of looks like you.
That just happened, and I was not in Shanghai or on a flight to Shanghai. That's not me. Look at that. Who goes up with a lefty hook? Just like, ah!
She weakly squoze a water bottle toward the fire
No,
with her left hand.
If that's a proper stewardess,
That was.
I'm
You're right.
not-
That first throw is terrible.
That's
Like,
totally
what
an air
is that?
That's an air waitress. That is not an air waiter.
Okay, if this was a steward, I was going to have a real problem with this. Like, if you're a guy,
You were going to assume the manliness of a air waiter?
well, I was going to say even a steward should know how to.
that
maybe
first
not.
throw, my God.
That is just criminal.
Yeah, you really trying
What
to
is she
save...
worried? No, like the fire isn't.
It's bad. You want to
It's
put it up.
enough.
But that first throw is just. I've never seen anything like it. It's almost as bad as Baba Booey's pitch at the baseball game.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean? 50 Cent.
It's bad, man.
Yeah. So that was my disturbing video of the day.
Yeah, that shit happens, huh? Those lithium batteries.
Yeah. We were seeing it too on the I don't know, maybe it was the same technology that was in those two-wheel what are those things
Yeah,
called
those,
that were really hot
sure.
a couple of years ago for Christmas? Fuck, why can't I remember the name? You know what I'm talking about. Those things were catching
Oh, the
fire.
hoverboards?
Yeah,
Yes.
the hoverboards. They were catching fire like crazy too. Probably the same technology, but anyway. We almost had an execution over the weekend, Jay. Almost. You're pro execution.
They couldn't find his vein.
Yeah. It kind of surprises me that you're pro execution because you're just because you're so pro life.
Fuck them.
You know, you're pro unborn life, but not like dickhead life.
Fuck them.
Yeah. Anyway, an execution team in Alabama. A Left death row inmate with more than a dozen puncture wounds in his legs and his groin.
Oh, poor little guy. Did he leave some puncture wounds in other people before he got arrested?
Pretty big one.
Yeah.
Yep.
He cut somebody's head off or something?
Well, he was a...
Yeah, tell me what he did first, and then we'll decide whether the 18 puncture wounds from a little hypodermic needle are warranted or not.
Kind of where I wanted to go with this. We'll get to that in a second.
And don't you dare tell me what he got for his last meal.
I don't know.
Good.
I don't know, because it wasn't technically his last meal because they couldn't kill him. Anyway, it was scheduled for this cancer survivor, the execution. He's a cancer survivor. That's Doyle Lee Hamm. 2 M's.
Fuck them.
Hamm's execution started late on Thursday after several last-minute appeals. This guy's his attorney is kind of a miracle worker. Been with him this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a story there, yeah. But after several minutes of attempts,
Trying to keep this fine soul alive, right?
Yeah, yep. It had to be aborted because they couldn't find a viable vein. It resulted in his attorney. Are you familiar with Bernard Harcourt?
No, should I be?
Bernie Harcourt. Well, he's a professor at Columbia, but law professor at Columbia now. But he's classified this as torture. This is just pure torture. While he was strapped in the gurney and prepping to be administered the lethal injection, the IV team simultaneously worked on both legs at the same time.
I can't think of a less torturous way to kill somebody.
They probed his flesh, Jay.
Oh, God.
And inserting needles time and again. Harcourt claims the IV punctured Hamm's bladder. They may have even hit his femoral artery. We don't know, but he was whizzing blood and stuff. So that's why the bladder, we think. And it was a bleeding that wouldn't stop. So we think maybe a femoral artery.
Poor guy.
He said throughout the botched attempt, my poor client was laying there praying and hoping that they would succeed because of the pain. He collapsed as soon as he got off the gurney.
Fuck them.
Prisoners have constitutional protection against cruel and unusual punishment, Jay. You know this.
Fuck them.
It's not clear when it'll be rescheduled for. One reason he probably should be executed is because of the stunning haircut he had as a child. I mean...
What do we have?
I mean, now you have to really pay attention because there's a few things you want to take note of here, and I wish I had a bigger picture for you.
I'll take my own notes. You don't have to...
Okay, I won't say anything, but I just want you to pay very, very close attention.
What year are we talking about?
It's probably 70s,
circa
60s. It's color. Let's see if E can find one.
Shit.
Yeah. Is that worth the death penalty, that haircut? It might be, right?
Is this the same
so
one?
Bad,
I think it
man.
looks
Yeah,
like him.
yeah, that's it. That's it, E.
God, they just combed it straight down, didn't they?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then just
Okay.
snipped.
Okay. Here, you're gonna get a better view, and you're gonna understand what I was talking about. So go ahead and move that over, E.
Oh, somebody like punched the picture, didn't they?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
this is the only picture in existence of this kid.
So what we've got here is a prepubescent child, and in lieu of sideburns, which are not able to be grown yet,
You just let your hair drape down. You've created little rat tails on the side of the ear. I'll be damned.
he's grown.
You know
the
what I did
hair.
at that age? I just had it like grown over my ears. You know?
Oh, you Mitch Albom
just
did?
like-
at that age?
I think so. Yeah. But it was all brushed just kind of over my ears.
So it is a bowl cut by bowl cut standards. This is the this is the picture that should hang in the barbershop.
But yet it wants to wave a little bit, doesn't it?
It does.
You know?
It's fighting it. Yeah, he's fighting the natural wave. But those sideburns,
They're manufactured.
incredible manufactured sideburns.
Is there even kind of a mullet going on?
Yeah,
in the
I know.
back?
Absolutely there is.
I know. There's a lot
We
of
didn't
troubling
get to that.
aspects to this. I mean, it looks like you could pop that off and just put a new style on, you know? That
And why
hair.
are his brows such a different color than his hair?
I don't know. I don't know.
Does the carpet match the drapes?
I don't know.
It's got the dimples going too.
So,
I don't know. Are those sunken cheekbones or are those dimples? My God.
I don't know what we're dealing with. He does look sort of happy there until someone punched the shit out of it. You know, if you're going to post this picture, why wouldn't you just take the glass out of the frame? You know what I mean? Like, do we really need the broken glass, shattered glass in the picture
I'm not
frame?
sure. Is the glass in there, or did they took it out and just taped the picture? You know, somebody.
Oh, is that what
somebody
it is?
Pounded through it for sure, kicked it or something.
Oh, see, I was thinking this was glass. You're right, Jay. Someone taped that together. They're like, we need a picture of Hamm, and they're like, I think we had one around here somewhere. Where's that one you ripped up years ago?
Right.
And then they pulled it out of the dumpster.
Yeah, I don't think you could do that with glass, right? There'd be too many small pieces and shit.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, he's been on death row at the Donaldson Correctional Facility in Bessemer, Alabama.
Do they serve maggots there?
I don't know. I don't know what
Hope so.
their fine dining is like, but he is known as Pops there. He's been there so long. He is 59 years old. He's been there since 87 when a jury found him guilty of fatally shooting a motel clerk during a robbery. The fact that Hamm has managed to elude execution 3 decades can be explained in large part by the tenacity of a single person, that attorney I mentioned, Bernard Harcourt. Two met in 1990, soon after Harcourt starts working as a lawyer under another lawyer who's specializing. This is the early days of, let's get condemned people off death row, that group of people. And so Harcourt was one of his first clients. Harcourt, the attorney, is raised in Park Avenue, goes to Princeton, recently graduates from Harvard Law, and Hamm is just a piece of shit. I mean, imagine getting this as your lawyer. Princeton and Harvard Law educated, and Hamm grows up in Alabama, the 10th of 12 children. His dad made his own moonshine, got shit-faced every day. He beat his children with a switch and was a frequent resident at the county jail.
So you're telling me this killing wasn't Hamm's fault?
It's not Hamm's fault at all.
He shouldn't be executed.
Listen to this. Hamm's sister says their childhood was a constant hell all the time. She says their dad used to tell them when they were kids growing up, if you don't go out and steal, you're not a ham.
Get the hell out of here.
You're not a ham if you don't go out and steal. Have you ever told Manny or Russell that?
I've not.
You want to be part of this family? Get your asses out there and start stealing some shit.
Go on now, get. Go on.
Nice
Did
father.
you pay for that, you son of a bitch?
Did you pay for that? Why? Why?
Did you know you could just take it?
That's what they do at Christmas every year. It's like, if even one of you sons of bitches paid for a single present under this tree, you're not a ham. He flunked. What grade do you think Hamm flunked?
Boy, it's going to be a trick question.
He was 8th grade.
Yeah, he is 1st and 2nd, 8th grade.
Right.
I'm going to go even less. 4th.
He flunked 1st grade. Now, 1st grade is basically spell your name.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
I'm thinking I haven't been there in a long time.
No, actually, I think younger kids get held back quite a bit, honestly, because they're just not developmentally ready. So they, but kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, I think that's...
They don't say those kids flunked, though.
No, we did. Yeah, you flunked.
No, I just wasn't developmentally ready.
You flunked.
No,
you
I didn't
second
flunk.
grade.
I wasn't developmentally
Dude, I
ready.
totally remember telling like 2 or 3 kids they flunked, and that was 2nd or 3rd grade.
That's better than shunning them, I suppose. So anyway, Hamm flunks 1st grade. Drank beer and whiskey mixed together. Graduated sniffing glue several times a day. Quit school in 9th grade. He's had it. School is is bullshit. So he's done with that in 9th grade. So now we're on to Valium, Percocet, Quaaludes, that whole mix. That's good. He watched his 6 older brothers, all of them go to jail, and eventually acquired his own extensive rap sheet. So he goes on a crime spree in January of 87, includes shooting in Mississippi when he and 2 accomplices were arrested following the murder of a motel clerk in Alabama. He was shot in the temple. About $350 were stolen, so it wasn't for naught. They did get something out of it. He was found on the floor, shot in the temple. Hamm, like a good boy, he confessed to the murder. Yep, that was me. I did that.
God, how short-sighted! What disrespect for fellow human beings.
Let's be honest, he didn't have a great chance out of the starting gate.
Killed a man for $350.
Some reports say 410.
Okay,
so,
well,
I mean...
All right, now you're talking.
Yeah, I'm going to go low just because I don't want to make it seem like it was worth it once you got into the 400s.
Yeah.
I don't want to give people that idea. So, so he confesses, and he is sentenced to death by way of...
Firing squad. Come on, firing squad.
The painted yellow electric chair known as Yellow Mama. We're sentencing you to death by Yellow Mama. Ever since, Harcourt has been trying to save him from this fate. In the early 90s, he hired an investigator to search Hamm's past and search for mitigating evidence. That's what we need. And so he's stuff like early report cards, test scores, his dad's discharge, dishonorable discharge from the military. Why would these be relevant as mitigating evidence?
You're showing the dude's a shithead. He had no chance, right?
But we knew that,
I thought you read me all the mitigating evidence.
So they find some test scores showing that Hamm in 5th grade was
retarded. He couldn't really appreciate what was going on.
He was reading at a 1 grade level in 5th grade. And so
go ahead and excuse that little murder thing he did.
Yeah.
He couldn't read.
Yeah. And so everywhere Harcourt goes as he's growing his career, this dude's going with it. He's got cases. You know those lawyer boxes where you stuff all the papers in? I don't know. Did you ever go and look at those again? But anyways, he had like 11 of these stacked high just on Hamm.
Yeah.
And so he wasn't trying to prove Hamm's innocence. He's just like, just don't kill him. And so about 6 months ago, Harcourt exercised his last option, petition to the U.S. Supreme Court, and that obviously was turned away. And this dude's now a Columbia law professor.
So they couldn't find his vein, like skipping ahead, like when they just couldn't find a vein to inject.
Find a vein. Yeah, and I think
crazy.
it was because of drug abuse and cancer and something else. They said that they weren't able to
and
find
all the
it.
poking and prodding. I mean, that was
Yes. So they say he got some media attention in '99 when a judge ruled against Hamm, and I wanted to get your opinion on this because I figured you'll know what this is talking about. So one of the judges, a state judge, ruled against Hamm. So they issue this thing, and the judge rules against him.
Okay.
He issued an 89-page opinion on the case.
Oh my God!
The
Guys
trouble,
had nothing else to do. What the hell?
The trouble was that the opinion appeared to have been written by the office of the Alabama Attorney General. The judge's opinion was identical to the document submitted to the court one business day earlier by the Attorney General's office. They even shared a title.
So the judge is like, yeah, I accept that guy's brief as my ruling.
They even shared a title, Proposed Memorandum Opinion.
Okay, maybe that guy is exceedingly lazy. I was about to give him all this credit for writing an 89-page opinion.
Yeah, so he didn't even take out the word proposed.
Wow.
He was just like, yeah, good enough. And so before signing it, bothers the heck out of me, a judge on the 11th Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals said, I don't believe for a second that the judge went through 89 pages in a day and then filed that on his own as if he'd gone through everything, went through his notes, the transcript, the exhibits, and the like. Just can't be done. And so they thought they could, get out of it that way.
Give him a new, what? Give him new sentencing?
Yeah, he's not getting a fair trial. The judge didn't even read it. And so, he hasn't seen a relative since '97. One of his shitbag sisters showed up. 7 of his 9 siblings are dead. It doesn't shock me, honestly. Some of them, one hanged himself, a couple had heart attacks, car accidents, but they're just dropping like flies. And then this Hamm was supposed to go with him, and then they can't find a vein. I got to be honest with you, though, Jay. That's a horrible story, but for some reason, I thought death row was reserved for like the guys that mow down 12 people in a motel. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, those are the big stories, right?
Yeah, I mean, does that surprise you at all that
No.
someone would get death row for just like
No.
a robbery, murder at a hotel?
Mm-mm.
No. I wonder why I was thought. Maybe it's just because of the press that those big stories
That's
get.
it, exactly.
But it sounds like it's hard to get death row for people. Like, that's a hard thing to get through, and you would think, with all that mitigating evidence, you go, total piece of shit, never had a chance, doesn't make it right, throw him in jail for the rest of his life, feed him maggots perhaps, maybe some rapes on occasion.
Yeah.
Butthole rapes, I mean,
Oh, is that what you think for clarifying?
Not he's getting to rape people, but people are raping him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Rather
And his
have the butthole than the mouth.
Oh, they're going
Say
from
it.
butthole to mouth. Ooh, that would stink even worse. But no, it's like, fuck, he's, throw yellow mama at him.
Hey, during ZOT M59 Chrysler Jeep and ZOT M59 Dodge Ram President's Day event, you get choices. Lease a new 18 Dodge Journey all-wheel drive, or a new 18 Dodge Charger, or a new 18 Jeep Compass all-wheel drive. Your choice, just $199 a month. No need to call, email, or fax. Just head to ZOT Chrysler Jeep or ZOT Dodge Ram and get your fresh new 4x4 for just $199 a month, only from dealsinthed.com.
Hey, before we get to email proper,
we do have some email, Mike.
I know we do. I hear we have quite a bit, actually. I wanted to do this story yesterday, and we ran out of time, and so I don't want it to get too far away from us. But did you hear about this Texas woman who was arrested? Beautiful girl. Look at her there. Look at that beautiful girl.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I did hear about this.
So there's a H-E-B, I guess that's a local like grocery store in Texas.
Again, man, we saw one boss move by Wolff, the author. I think this is another boss move, dude.
Sort of
It's
is.
the day of boss moves.
So they investigate a theft, and they detain this beautiful girl, Shannon Shunta Martin, at the grocery store. She resists arrest, of course.
Okay.
I mean, that's just par for the course. They eventually subdue her, manage to get inside the police cruiser.
But this is where the move comes.
Yeah, so she's like, what do I do? What do I do? So during the transport, she decides, I'm going to shit my drawers. That's my only play.
And why would she do that, Mike?
Well, she wants to shit in her drawers so that she can conceal the 2.3 grams of crack.
Bam! Bam!
A crack pipe and a Valentine's Day card.
Better be a big pile, but...
Dude, I was going to say, I could cover the 2.3 grams of crack and the crack pipe, I think.
Probably.
Dude, I don't know if I've got enough to...
Yeah, a whole card?
Yeah.
Why the card, Mike?
I don't know. Maybe it was stolen? But anyway, the officers...
I'm not sure I'd be so concerned about the Valentine's card. I'm not sure I would want to point in the direction of the card. You know what I mean? You just keep the card on you. Okay, so you stole the card, whatever.
Yeah,
you
$2,
show you
whatever.
Yeah. But dude, if you can get that crack and that pipe and that poo, nobody wants to go searching through poo, Mike.
Well,
I'm on record as that. I'll go to my grave. Nobody wants to search through poo.
The officers were forced, and I do mean forced, to, quote, sift through her mess and retrieve the evidence. That's the day I quit. I mean, that's the day I just turn in my papers. You know what I mean?
I don't know how some of these people do these jobs. Nurses, for one. Police officers. It's just, I don't know how you do it, man, day after day.
Because, you know, you grow up watching Chips. You think you're going to be Ponch. You're going to have John. You're going to be, you know, arresting the drug dealer at the pier on the beach, you know.
Well, you're going to be using a hang glider to do so, or a jet ski or something.
Well, duh.
Right? Whatever you learned earlier in the episode is what you're going to use.
If they even had...
Hop skates, Mike?
Dude, yes, on the boardwalk. The chicks they were picking up, the motorcycles, the sunshine. It's the dream gig, dude. You're
they
out.
didn't sift through poo.
Dude, if they even had one episode, just one, it would be the Dudley episode of Chips.
Dudley
but
and
if
the
they
Bike
had
Shop.
one where John and Ponch are sifting through a pile of shit to find drugs in a pipe,
recruitment numbers drop.
Literally in the shitter, no pun intended. Like cops nationwide would people in the program to become cops would go, oh, I didn't know that was a possibility. Fucking them out.
Wow.
No way. It's probably why they didn't have that episode. Imagine Ponch and John with their little outfits on, just sifting. This is bullshit.
Because that's what highway patrolmen do, right?
Well-
These highway patrolmen were like investigating jewelry heists and shit.
I know. Sometimes they're
Sure.
sifting through this wonderful lady's pile of shit.
Dude, she went wrong with the Valentine. Screw the Valentine.
I know.
Just get the
You're
drugs
right.
in there.
You're right. Yeah, she overthought. Maybe
Maybe
she
even
thought
the pipe. Maybe even leave the pipe out and you just get the drugs in there. That's what's going to get you, right?
Well, she got overconfident. And who hasn't had that one where you feel like you just birthed something and then you look in the toilet and go, wow, I thought that was going to be bigger than it was. And maybe she had one of those moments where she really thought she shit her pants. It was like, dude, that was so big. I think I could fit the Valentine's card in there. I'm going for it. And then it was like, because all you need is one corner of the card sticking out of the poop.
I know.
And you're done.
It's usually red or white, right?
Or pink.
Yeah.
And it's bright.
Easily identifiable.
Easily.
Isn't that a card?
Wait a minute.
That looks like it's from Hallmark.
Ponch, does that look like a card
I
sticking
think
out
we
of
need
the
to
shit?
sift the entire fecal matter.
You got this, John. You got this. That's what the fucking new guy has to deal with. The FNG's got to shift through the shit, right?
The noob.
Yeah.
Hey, Hammond Pubs, they're inviting you to their 5 Metro Detroit locations. Come enjoy Hammond Pubs' great food, drinks, atmosphere. Whether you're watching the game with your buddies, out for a meal with your family, or out for an evening with your girl. It's always a great time at their Rochester, Clarkston, Chesterfield, 2 Shelby Township locations. Easus, I think we mentioned this yesterday, will be at 25 Mile and Van Dyke on St. Patty's Day. It's a Saturday. He'll be there bright and early. I think we're going to have
Day on a Saturday.
We're going to have a special Hamlin Pub breakfast deal for those who want to hang out with Big E at 25 and Van Dyke on St. Patty's Day.
Get your drink on.
Hell yeah. Mike, we have some email.
What do we got?
Listeners, if you'd like to write into the show, please send us your thoughts to email at DetroitCast.com.
Just thoughts, no prayers.
Just thoughts. Nate writes in concerning TDC 1000. Quip Tisker, Proops Whisperer, and Dick Licker. I think Dick Licker has been used before, but I don't think Quip Tisker or Proops Whisperer.
You were a quip tisker. You were.
I was.
I made a quip, you tissed.
Hey guys, just wanted to send a quick email to congratulate you on getting to episode 1000. And I'll stop here and say thank you to everyone who has congratulated us on the 1000th episodes. We couldn't have done
Sent
it.
us gifts.
Oh,
They're still held up, I think, at the post office. Most of them.
we couldn't do it without you.
No.
We appreciate your listenership and your
Support.
dedication.
Yes.
Support. Nate continues, I've listened to every episode. I really couldn't imagine starting my workday without the Detroit Cast. My favorite underrated moment would have to be the call to the mall Santa father image when you basically made an old man cry.
Yeah.
It wasn't the first time we made an old man cry,
No,
but
nope, it
he
wasn't.
cried, man.
Yeah, he got choked up bigly. That was one of those that I actually felt really bad about afterwards.
Fred, right?
Yeah, because he was just a nice guy, and
Yeah.
we accused him of some horrendous
Monstrous shit.
Yeah, I mean, we were telling him his suit. The kids were saying it smelled like urine and it stunk, and that his beard was fake, and he was stuck defending all this,
Suggesting he was a molester
yeah,
without saying it.
didn't want to sit next
Strongly
to the kids.
suggested
yeah.
it.
And then didn't he say something like, I don't even let him sit on my lap. And it was like, well, yeah, I know we heard,
right.
you know, after. Yeah, and we worked him out, and we just kept poking and poking and poking. And I think we told him that, you know, hey, man, we're just doing our due diligence because the reports have gone from Seattle to Detroit, and we're just left to question this.
Irresponsible if you didn't.
It would be. And he was like, no, I understand. I understand.
We're just giving you the chance to give your side of the story.
And
Fred.
he was doing stuff like, Jesus, where did you read that?
Poor guy.
Oh, that's just out and out lie. There's no truth to that. And we pushed him so far that he started getting choked up. And it was like,
and then he was talking about his wife and his former wife and how he's a father image to all these kids. It was like,
Still want to know what that means. But.
Yeah.
Another one, says Nate, would be the first time Jay offered to put Mike's cat into a burlap sack and throw it in a lake.
Oh, I
Love
remember
the
that.
show, guys. Looking forward to the next 1,000. I
Thank
would
you, sir.
still do that if you want to get rid of Pantalones.
Pantalones, yeah, he's doing all right.
Chuck writes in, caught up. Dear poets, after getting far behind over 170 episodes at one point, I have listened and finally caught up.
Wow. Is he doing that double speed thing?
He made
that
up
people do?
170. Maybe. That's a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
Make us sound like chipmunks, but
Yeah, people are blowing through it.
kind of whip through some shit.
The Detroit Cast has been with me through an end of a marriage, child custody battles, losing my job, and a very bad bout of MDD, otherwise known as depression.
Ugh.
If not for the Detroit Cast, my daughter would probably not smile today. My soon-to-be daughter might never know my smile, and I would not be able to thank you for 1,000 episodes that got me through hell. I look forward to thanking you for 1,000 more and tell you that your therapy has not just saved this soul, but indeed the other lives that deal with me. They call me dad or smile back at me. I will try to pay it back by paying it ahead.
Yep.
Keep up the great work. Your show touches more lives than Larry Nasser.
Wow. That's a wonderful thing. What a wonderful thing to say.
It's really nice.
That's
Chuck,
very
thank
nice. You know, I've said it many times, and we're just trying to give you something we can't give ourselves. A little bit of happiness. Since I can't make myself happy, I might as well
Make
try to
others.
make you happy.
Try at least. Jay writes in, didn't the "You're Making My Bones Hurt" story involve the bones hurt lady moving into the neighbor's house
Fuck,
and
yes.
taking it over as her own?
Dude, she took the master suite.
Yes.
Yes.
And like the neighbors lived with the husband and all. Yeah, it was a mess, man.
It was so bad. They were cooking meals downstairs for her, and it was like, I can smell it. It's making my bones hurt. Out of the house. And so they all moved in next door.
Any kind of smell, anything.
Yeah, and so she had her own crib upstairs in their master suite.
Diabolical.
It's
that
the
show.
greatest story ever. It's right up there with foreign accent syndrome, man.
Jay continues, Mike. Concerning grievances, Mike, about the lotto. I agree with you regarding the whole time management while in line thing. But his mentioning that happened at a grocery store. Don't most grocers have a kiosk machine, a lotto machine off in the corner next to the Coinstar change machine? Seems like you're going to the wrong grocery store, Mike. Bonafide in any other setting, though.
No, I misspoke then. I meant gas station.
Gas station.
They're always gas stations.
Also, Jay's breadcrumbs grievance, bonafide. Big E and his bathroom knocking grievance. Does Eric panic when the knock happens and it causes him to prolong the shit? I like how Eric describes it like a SWAT team is going to kick down the door or come through a ceiling vent. Bonafide, though.
He's just so embarrassed and ashamed at buttholes and poop. Like, of all things,
Well, and he doesn't know how to think
shamed
on his
by it.
feet either. You know, so
Yeah.
he's in there. Oh my God! Something upset my environment. What do I do?
Well, he's notorious for like pit stop shits. Like, he runs in, sits down, shits, flushes, and walks. Like, he shits faster than most people can take a whiz.
Is that right?
Yeah, he doesn't wipe, so he just sits down, pushes out what he can, gets up, flushes the toilet, and runs out and hopes nobody noticed him. Am I righty?
Yeah, like a lot of times I pretend to go to the car or something.
Yeah. I'm just gonna run out to my
so
car
I
really
hope that
quick.
Mike doesn't see me.
Such a weird thing. He's such a fucking pig otherwise. You know? You'd think he'd
Fitting is
be
just
like,
the most disgusting act to me. Like going to the bathroom in that
Yeah.
way. I just hate it so much.
Which is weird because why should there be shame? It's not like,
everybody poops.
But the sounds
it's
and the
not like
smells, I hate
3/10
it.
of humans have to do it,
Right,
and so it's
and
like
he's one of them afflicted
man,
with this.
He's been afflicted
No.
with pooping.
There's a hole. Everybody has a hole, and
Yeah.
the poop comes out. It's called waste.
I know, but the smell.
Oh, I
the
agree. It's
sounds,
gross.
And the,
But come on, man.
Yeah, it is. Everything about it sucks balls, man. No doubt about it.
Ted writes in concerning public shitters. Buddha, Rabbi, and Isis. E's grievance is bona fide. However, this discussion brought up some additions to the grievance. I unfortunately end up shitting in public restrooms. I would say more than most. I'm in sales and spend a fair amount of time on the road. For context, 45,000 miles a year or so. Thus, it happens that I am away from home and have to shit. I've had some very weird encounters over the years. I really hate the guy that stares through the crack in the stall door.
Oh, dude. What's with having the wide crack in the fucking door?
I know.
I hate the wide crack. Hate it. Absolutely hate it.
I've often wondered that too. Like, why, man? Just tighten it up, man.
Dude, caulk it, whatever. Like, why do we have that wide crack? And sometimes it's obnoxious.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, so whoever installed this is a creep. That's the only conclusion I can come
Ted
to.
adds, I hate the guy who vigorously shakes the stall door.
Yeah.
But neither of these top my two weirdest encounters. I once had a guy just push through the lock to get access to the stall. Then he looks at me in utter amazement that I'm there. Mind you, I'm no small person with size 13 shoes. Who does that? Plus Ted's wide stance, right?
Yeah.
You know,
I hate that guy, too. The one that forgets to lock the door. Have you walked in on that guy?
Oh, no.
Dude, that's happened to me a couple times where...
And then you feel shamed.
Dude,
it's not your fault.
I'm just
push
open that door, and then you have that encounter where I'm literally from me to you like, oh, fuck, sorry, dude, sorry, whoa.
Just dick and balls hanging there.
Yeah, and he's just like, in
the
the most
of the fecal matter.
Just in the most vulnerable position humanly possible. I'm here with my pants down,
he's like,
shitting. I can't be more vulnerable. Like, dude, you can do anything to that person at that point. I've never had the balls to just stop and go, really? You didn't feel like locking that door? Like, I'm here now. This awkward encounter's going on, and it
try to
didn't
do
need
that
to
next
be.
time. Try.
I don't
with
think
all
I
your
can.
might.
It's just a panic. Like, oh fuck, oh.
The worst, though, says Ted, I had a 7 to 10-year-old kid crawl under the stall and stand up in front of me.
Kick his face.
As I sat there eye to eye, all I could say was, "What the fuck?"
You kick his face.
Kid's
dude.
dad is outside the stall and said only, "Don't crawl on the floor." The kid proceeds to crawl back out the stall. No sorry from the dad. No, hey, dumb shit, there's someone in there from the dad.
Yeah.
Really, his response to his kids crawling in the public bathroom was simply entirely lax. Absolute weirdest moment in public bathroom. Keep up the good work. Goodbye, BUI Ted.
I think you got to kick his face because that kid didn't learn. What the dad was concerned about was the filthy floor, not the incident of embarrassment he just caused.
Awkward and weird.
If you just plant a fucking shoe on his forehead, that kid's gonna think twice before crawling under the stall again. I'm just telling you.
Save the rest
See,
for
you got
tomorrow.
to bust his nose, but a little blood, just pop. All right, let's get out of here. You know who we have on the show tomorrow?
I
Jay?
do know who we have on the show.
You're not gonna believe it.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, I forgot.
Scott Ian.
What?
From Anthrax.
What?
Oh, yeah.
What? Yeah, he's got a new book out. Pretty good too.
All access.
Yeah.
Access all?
Yes. All access. Sure. Anyway, yeah, I love those.
Yeah, behind the scenes rockers.
Yeah,
rocker
rock stars and
books.
stuff. So, one of the finest, legendary goatee, bald head,
Dude,
Anthrax.
He
man.
had the sweet long beard before people had sweet long beards.
Yeah.
He really did.
And was forefront of that whole movement too, of like, what you think of the Kid
The
Rock's,
rock rap.
Yeah, the Limp Bizkits of
kicked
the
it
day.
off, in my
Dude,
opinion.
with Public Enemy, doing
I'm the man.
Bring the Noise, I'm the Man, all that stuff back in the early 80s. Great stuff. So anyways, we'll talk to him about his new book. With that, we'll call it a day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.